data, that what we like, what we don't like, and before US election they predicted that who is going to vote for which political party, Democrat or the Republic. So that kind of incident is happening every now and then, and data can be of two types in that case. Say for example, the data we are uploading, like when you are opening an email account, if social media account, we are giving lot many data like our name, address, photograph, and so on. Then we upload different kind of data in the Facebook willingly. So that is the data what we are sharing. And there is another kind of data what people actually collecting uh, on the basis of different activities in electronic web space, uh, and they predict our behavior, future behavior, like what you are going to buy and everything. For example, when you are browsing in Amazon, when you are searching for a sunglass in Google, and the next moment you come to your Facebook account, most of the companies will show you different products of sunglasses. So that kind of sharing of cookies, some kind of super cookies is always there. They always collect data from us. So that is the way world is moving, and you already understand that data represent us actually. uh, what kind of data we are sharing, what kind of data people are collecting for depending on our behavior, online behavior. That matters a lot nowadays for the marketing people and commercial people. But what is the importance of data in the bibliographic domain, research, education, and different kind of academic activities? That is mainly our concern. And let me start with this favorite quote of mine given by Dr. Edward Deming. He once upon a time he was the deputy director of NASA and then left NASA and joined teaching. He once said a very important thing, that in God we trust, all others must bring data. And this quotation came from Dr. Edward Deming in the mid 90s. So you see the visionary nature of this particular teacher. He said long back, almost in the previous decade, mid of the previous decade, that data is going to be a very important thing. And in God we trust. That means I don't need any kind of data, any kind of proof, any kind of data intensive, what to say, data intensive files or data set that requires to prove your faith. Faith is unquestionable. But except faith, except the relationship between you and your God, everything must be supported by data. Apart from faith, everything requires data. When as an academician, as a researcher, you are giving some kind of opinion, so your opinion is a mere opinion, not a fact, if you are not providing enough amount of data in support of your opinion. So every research is nowadays data intensive. Without data, your paper won't be checked, your research won't be valid. So that is basically the importance of data in the research and development also. And this quotation all over the world is very popular nowadays. Now, another fortunate thing happened in the recent past, that is the last 5 6 years, that lot of open access databases are coming. You all know about open access, like open access journal, open access repositories, open access textbook, and open access thesis and dissertation. But one particular paper, one particular book chapter or a thesis is not only a mere 10 page of the textual matter related with the article, book chapter, or a 300 page of textual matter related to a thesis. Most of the cases, your data goes beyond that. One 10-page article may contain 2 gigabyte of textual data in CSV format or any other format. So nowadays, lot of this kind of data repositories, data search engine are coming up, and fortunately, most of them, most of these databases are open in nature, because they follow ODBL licensing system, Open Data Commons, Open Database Licensing. And for example, in the bibliographic domain, we have Crossref, an agglomeration of 75 publishers. The biggest bibliographic database of the world, OpenAlex, with 260 million plus bibliographic records. Unpawal, another huge bibliographic database which can also tell you the status of a paper, whether open access or not, if open access, what is the color, if open access, what is the best location of that particular paper, everything. So that is Unpawal. Lens.org, Semantic Scholar, all are web user based search services. Many of you use it, but they also provide API based data access, so that you can search semantic color in graphical user interface, or you can search semantic color through API based interaction. Same is the case with the Lens. Lot of data sets are there for gathering citation data, altmetric data like dimension, S-site, altmetric, open citation corpus, and so on. If you want gender data sets, like you throw a name and it can predict the gender of a person, that is very important for gender studies. So that is also possible through a data set like genderize.io or namesort. And similarly, if you want different kind of geographical, features like long leg value, bounding box value, then male-female ratio of a given location, literacy rate, all are available through nominative, which is the front end or back end of the OpenStreetMap. So this is a new thing happening in the academic environment, that lot of data sets are coming up in the open environment as ODBL. For example, most of the libraries are subscribing to Scopus or Web of Science, costing around 25 to 30 lakh per annum. In place of that, we can use OpenAlex intuitively, so that we can save a lot of data, a lot of money in subscribing those costly commercial databases. And OpenAlex, I will be showing you that it's a great place to collect your different kind of data set. Just a minute, okay. Hello. Hello. Okay. So this is the situation, and we are going to experience this particular scenario, that how we can utilize these open data sets for our different kind of academic bibliographic purposes, and how can we link this data sets with our research and development for different kind of projects, for education, and so on. But before that, if we want to utilize this kind of open data sets and integration of open data sets with AI/ML technologies, we need to have some kind of basic concept, what it is actually. So first, I already told you about the ODBL. If a data set is not available under ODBL, you are not legally in a position to utilize that data set. So first of all, this is the foremost lesson of a researcher. If a particular data set I am using for my research, that means that it must be ensured that this data set is available under ODBL licensing system, so that in future nobody asks a question about the validity and legality of the data. Then data categorization, what Tim Berners-Lee provided, that data can be categorized into 5 groups. The data set available, mostly available in the web, can be categorized in under 5 groups. So data is available on the web under an open license. So that means that is the one-star data. The data is not structured. Suppose your research finding, you utilize different data set, created a table is available in PDF format, you shared in the web, and either through your home page or institutional repository, and attached a license, Creative Commons license or ODBL license against it. So I can see that data, but I cannot reuse that data because data is available in a non-structured format. I cannot utilize that data, repurpose that particular data for my own research. So that's why it is called one-star data. The moment you make that data in a structured format, so for example, instead of giving a table in Word format or PDF format, you are giving it an Excel as an Excel file, some kind of proprietary format. So that is called two-start data. Data I can utilize, but the bottleneck here is that this is available in a proprietary format. So I need to have Windows and MS Excel to utilize your data. That's why these are called uh, uh, two-start data. Then what is a three-start data? The same data set, if I share in an open format, so that in any operating system, any technological environment, people can use it for their further research, then it is called a three-star data. That means my data set is available on either CSV format or TSV format or any open format for structured data, like .SQL format, .BAK format, and so on. So I can utilize your data available in open format for further study in my own research. That is called three-star data. Then when a data set is having a permanent URI, say for example, you are opening a table not as an attachment, but you are having a permanent URL or URI for that particular data set, so that I can refer that this data set permanently available from here, then it is called a four-star data. And when instead of CSV or TSV, I am giving that data in RDF serializing format like NT format, turtle format, or sometimes atom format, these are all called RDF serializing format, then it is called a five-star data, or otherwise these are also called linked open data, LOD. So this is basically the categorization of data done by the great Tim Berners-Lee, the father of the web. So we need to have an idea about that what star associated with the data, because like ODBL, this is also important, that in which format, in what category this particular data set is available to us. So a lot of linked open data are coming everywhere, like your knowledge organization system, thesaurus, classification, sometimes the subject taxonomy, hierarchical list, then different kind of taxonomy associated with the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom. So most of these are now available as a linked open data. And another thing is available, happening every day, that is called IoT, Internet of Things, where we can collect from different kind of physical devices, data sets for our own activities. For example, I'm giving the example from a library. In my library OPAC, I want to display real-time air quality of the reading room. So from where I can get the data related to the air quality, AQI related data, or mosquito activities in a certain point of time in my library reading room. So that data I can collect from different IoT devices, lot of such sensors and devices available. They are providing through data through API based access that I can utilize, create a beautiful dashboard in my library OPAC, and it in real time it can show the Wi-Fi strength of the library reading room, the air quality, different kind of composition of air, and many more. So these are happening everywhere, the IoT integration of the Internet of Things in different kind of services. And many times I am saying that databases are available and they provide REST-based access. So that is very important, that how I can fetch data from remote server, what will be the mechanism and which standard I need to follow. So all over the world, a single standard is coming up, that is called REST-based API. So the main technology is API, Application Programming Interface. So for example, in this picture you can see I am using a computer, opening my browser, sending a request over internet to a remote server. That server is API enabled, so it will study my request, transfer that request into the SQL structure to gather data from the data set, and again it will serve my data against this API request to the browser of the client. So this mechanism is called API based access. And when you are writing an API, you can follow different standards. So one second year computer science student in Finland developed a standard as a student project that is called REST, Representational State Transfer. and that eventually became the global standard for development of different kind of API structure. So that's why together we call them REST API. API is the main thing. API where we actually develop in RESTful fashion, it is called REST API. And most of the cases, when I get data from this, database to my browser, most of the cases data set available in JSON format. It's a very lightweight data exchange format. The full name is JavaScript Object Notation, and really superb structure, hierarchical array-based structure, and very easy to parse, so that I can gather data, required data. Every data element may not be equally applicable to me. So I will target what particular data element I need, and I will parse that JSON and I will get it. So let me show you that how it happens. For example, uh, I have two books in mind to procure for a library or for my personal collection, but my budget is for one book only. Say it's a foreign book, cost around 10,000 rupees. I cannot buy both the books together for my library or for my personal collection. So I want to check, if I want to buy one, if my budget permits one, then which one should I buy? Similarly, suppose as I am in the library profession, some of my faculty friend is asking that these two books, which one will be better for my student or for myself? So, as I said, that without data, I cannot provide any kind of opinion, because that will be a mere opinion, not a fact. If I provide that, okay, this book is better on the top of this database, this data set, I am providing a proof of concept, then it will be easier for my friend or for myself to select a particular book. So many of you know that there is a beautiful service called Goodreads.com, where people actually donate their book reviews spontaneously, voluntarily, and on the top of that book reviews, they create different kind of ratings. So here you see, this is an API based request I am sending to Goodreads.com. So this is called up to JSON. This is called REST endpoint. Then I am asking that to ISBN I am sending, you give the details of the book from your database. So this is the RESTful request, and this is the response I received from Goodreads, which is actually formatted in JSON. And here you see, if I view that JSON data in a JSON viewer, this is a beautiful hierarchical structure. Book is the main array, then under it there are a lot of elements, ID related to Goodreads, ISBN for 10-digit ISBN, ISBN 13 for 13-digit ISBN, how many reviews this particular book got, what are the number of text reviews count, and finally they gave me, on the basis of a complex call calculation, the rating of this book, average rating of this book is 4.22. So they created a scale, 1 to 5 point scale. 5 is a very good one, 1 is a fairly good book. So anything included in Goodreads database is a good book. But if the score, average rating score is near 5 or equal or more than 3, then definitely it's a very good book. Many people read it, many people gave positive reviews. So here you can see that the second book is slightly better than the first book as per the Goodreads data. And Goodreads is not a company which is creating its own scale. What it is creating, it is gathering data from across the world. Excuse me. So it is gathering data, book review related data across the world from different users. And you see, for the second book, the review, number of reviews, number of positive reviews, work rating count, all are higher. So it is slightly better than the first book, and with the average rating of 4.23. So there lies the example of how we can request a data set. Here I am doing for one book or two books, but in reality, by using a mechanism, I can throw lakhs of books, to the Goodreads to gather this kind of data set. So this particular incident proves that we can easily collect data, substantive data to strengthen our opinion, to strengthen our research findings. So this is just one example. Another example what I want to show you, that apart from this kind of data collection, you have seen and all of you have experienced that sometimes when you are collecting research data like qualitative data, questionnaire, interviews, etc., or quantitative data, that data requires lots of cleaning, lots of garbage is there, spelling mistake, wrong data entry, and so on. So not only you can fetch data from other remote servers, there are tools and data wrangling software through which we can clean our data, and that's why the software what we are going to learn here, Open Define. The tagline of the Open Define is that from messy data to tidy data. That means a lot of data curation works you can perform inside that kind of software. And apart
Sir,
from
sorry
data,
for the interruption.
yes, yes.
Sir, slides are not moving actually.
Where we
Uh,
got stuck?
linked open data, uh, that
Linked.
slide, linked
Okay.
open data, IoT and libraries.
Okay, okay, okay. So now what you see? That concept we need to know kind of thing, no?
Yes, yes, the
Yes,
same
sir.
thing.
Yes.
Linked open data, IoT, and libraries.
Okay, let me re-share it again. Are you seeing another screen here, like email?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can see the Zoom link. Now you are shifting through the tab. We can see those
Uh,
things.
yes, yes. Ujjwal, please, stop your sharing. Otherwise, it is creating problem. You are still in sharing mode. Hello, Dipanshu or Ujjwal, is somebody there? No. Okay, let me talk to them. Somehow they forgot, and that's why it is creating problem because two screens are shared simultaneously. Okay, I already communicated. Let him check what happens. Okay, hopefully it is done now. Now there is nothing.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Fine.
sir.
Let us try again.
Is being recorded.
Okay, we are here.
Yeah, we can see API application, program interface, reset
Right,
API.
right. So that we already discussed in this particular slide. You can see that from my browser, I am accessing a remote database which is API enabled. My browser takes the request, then this web server actually translate that request into API format to get data from the database, and then data is coming to my end in JSON format, JavaScript object notation. Now this is the example what I was talking. Now its slides are moving. Can you see the good reads?
Not moving, sir.
The slides
Slides.
are still not moving.
So not moving.
What is happening? You are still see that concept we need. This one, that API.
Sir, API, sir.
Then
The same
show
slide
it.
we can see API and JSON.
Something went wrong. Please close all your browser. Rejoin the meeting. Okay. Let me try another browser.
Yes, sir. It is moving now. Slides are moving.
Hello, hello. Slides are moving now. Can someone please respond?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Now it
sir.
is moving, sir.
Fine. So what I am trying to say you that apart from this one, this Goodread based data extraction, it is possible for data curation, applying this particular set of tools in data cleaning, data curation, and many more. Subject to the condition you have a proper data source from where you can collect API based data, and then you can go for different kind of curation. And in your research, when you collect different amount of data, you see there are lots of garbage inside your data, like spelling mistake, missing data elements, and so on. So by using an open source data wrangling software like OpenDefine, you can not only fetch data from other sources, but also clean that data for your different kind of analysis and decision making. And the tool what I'm going to show you is called OpenDefine. And OpenDefine is available both for Linux and Windows, like Zotero, as yesterday we covered, available in both Windows and Linux. Similarly, you can go to this particular site, opendefine.org, and you can download and you can install. So here you can see that uh, sorry, can you see my browser now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So you can download OpenDefine from here. If you click opendefine.org, download, you can see Windows, Linux, and Mac. All three are available. If you are using Windows operating system, my suggestion is that you use this latest Windows installer. So you don't need to install Java separately. It will be inbuilt inside the system. You just download this exe file, click the OpenDefine ICO file, that is the exe file, and it will open in your browser. That's simple, very simple to install and run. So this software you can install, and the power of OpenDefine comes through a particular data structuring that is called GREL, generic refined expression or general refined expression language, that I will show you in the next slide. So in the next slide, you see I want to check how many of the publications of a given institute like Kalyani University, or you take the example of your own institute, are available in open access. How many paper we have published in a given year or a range of year, and how many of them are available in open access. If open access, what is the color of open access? So here you will be getting that I am using a unique key, a unique identifier for the paper like DOI. Then that DOI, I have utilized the REST API endpoint of Unpayable. Unpayable given me data against this DOI in JSON format, and I want to extract is OA, whether it is true or false. So I can write a simple GRAIL. It is a JSON dataset, value.parse JSON. Then what element I want to extract is OA. Then within bracket, you also give the color of the this open access material, that is whether it's a gold open access, green open access, and so on. So the data element is called OS status. So in the next screen, you see the moment I actually show you the entire uh, project in my OpenDefine, almost 45,000 records we checked in that way, free of cost completely. What I am saying here, software, data sets, everything is free, only knowledge you need to apply. So here it is the DOI. On the top of this DOI, I query Unpayable. Unpayable given me JSON data. I extracted whether it is true or not. If true, what is the color? So it is saying it's a true, that is it's open access, but available in as bronze open access. Bronze open access means it is available from the publisher website, but without any licensing. Like most of the cases, gold and green open access materials are available under Creative Commons licensing system. But here, in case of bronze open access, publisher open up on the basis of their own will, and what's the logic they are following, nobody knows, and no degree of freedom associated with this. You can download, you can read, but you simply do not know what kind of freedom associated with this particular object. Now, this is one of the example how we can do that. So with this brief introduction, we are closing this slideshow, and what we are trying to do actually, we are now going to see some live demonstration. Okay. So please report me whether you can see my browser or not. Everybody can see my browser?
Yes, sir, we can see your
Okay,
browser.
fine.
Yes, it's
So
visible.
let me show you that what I am planning to do before you on the top of the concept we discussed. So my target here today is that I am going to collect a set of data is related to the publication of my own university, Kalyani University, for this year only, for this 6 months. Then I will check how many of these are open and what is the male-female ratio, the gender of authorship. So that how I am trying to do. Then in the next case, when you will be quite habituated with that this kind of things are possible, then I will cover that on the top of some 10 15 code data set. How can you gather related data set almost instantly by using this OpenAlex, and then that data you can throw to another visualization tool to check what are the important facets related to that literature. Slightly complex, but it's worth paying notation. I will be sharing the detailed manual also so that you can do by your own. Tools are available open access. This video recording will be available, manual will be available, so you can do it easily. And the moment you are quite confident that I can do that, then literature gathering, literature collection will be a cakewalk for you. Nothing. No, in fact, in no time you can gather lots of semantically related paper together. So let us try that. So first thing first, in the OpenAlex, if it's based on Apache Solar. If I search for nothing, it will retrieve everything. So just press enter, and it will show you that it includes almost 267 million uh, records. And one request to you all: the moment you are getting some kind of screen level disturbance or the screen is not moving, it is freezing, please don't waste time. Immediately you please report me. Maybe there is some weather related issues, network related problem today we are facing. So okay, so the moment you see some kind of problem, because every step is important now onward, it's not a slideshow anymore. So you please report. Is it okay with you?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Fine, fine.
Yes, sir.
So now you can see that we are having 267.5 million resources, the biggest in the world. Do you know the coverage of Scopus? Only 90 million. Coverage of Web of Science around 82 million. So this is almost triple or four times of that Scopus and other thing, but available completely free of cost. And in Scopus or Web of Scopus, you can download maximum 2000 records at a time. In Web of Science, 1000 at a time. Here you can download 1 lakhs record at a time. Huge, generous, and completely free. So now suppose I want to retrieve all publication of Kalyani University in 2025, the last 5 months. So I can filter it out. I can go by the year. Say I want only 2025. So all records of 2025 across the world will be coming 31 million. Then I want to add another filter, more. Then institution you can see here, or you can search from here also, institution. Then under institution I can search Kalyani. So University of Kalyani is there. So 135 result came. Then I can go for another filtering. Let us concentrate on the journal article only, research article. So 110 paper published by the faculty researcher of Kalyani University in the last 5 months up to today, till date. So I want to download this 110 result. So here you can see export result walks, then as a CSV. So it's a 3-star data. That means data is available in open format and available under ODBL. So start export. It will take, if the data set is very low, so it will not take any time. So I'm now downloading and saving this data in a folder like save file. Say this is your presentation folder we have created. In fact, you can save in any, but let me try to be a little bit systematic. So I'm saying that KU 2025 or some meaningful name I am giving. Now I have already downloaded my open define. I already demonstrated where is the URL, and you just click down, it will be downloaded. You double click, it will be installed. That's simple. But in Linux we have gone for some kind of advanced level scenario. So I am opening my open define. So OpenDefine, the moment I start, OpenDefine will be available from here. Now onward, everything is same for Windows and Linux, because it's a, now you are entering into the software. Now I what to do? Now I want to create a project. So this is KU 2025 CSV, and here this is the all the data element. And this 110 rows or 110 records will be there. Both records and row are same. So it gives me the ID, OpenLX ID of the paper, title, publication year, date of publication, and so on. Then referenced work, say how many works included inside this particular document with their OpenLX ID. Related work that we are going to utilize in a big way. Just wait for it. Then different other options like you can see here the author name, author position, first author, middle author, everything will be there. Cited by. It's a hugely rich data set, hugely rich. Domain, best way location, if available, licensing, everything available here. And these are, we are also going to utilize this primary author name. Fine. So now I want to do one thing. First of all, that on the top of this DOI, let me check how many of these papers are having DOI. So OpenDefine, I always say to my students and scholars that OpenDefine is a spreadsheet on steroid. Many of you will be getting that it is quite similar to a different kind of spreadsheet like Excel and Open Office Calc, but it's much more powerful, much more powerful. Let me show you one such power. So this is the DOI of the paper. Let me check how many of these papers are having DOI. Facet by blank. The good news that almost all of the papers are having DOI. Now I want to check how many of these papers are open access, how many of these papers are closed access, and what is the color of the open access. So what I will do, I will simply go to Unpaywall. Let me show you how simple it is nowadays. Anyone can learn within a day. Unpaywall.org. Say Unpaywall API. It's very simple to apply. So Unpaywall provide a REST API based interaction, and a complete set of instruction is there, that what version of API you need to use, how to use it. Say it is saying that if you are providing me a valid DOI, then you need to follow this kind of syntax. API endpoint up to V2, so version 2, then the API of the paper, and then your email. So I'm copying this, coming to my this one, So I'm sending now this to my open define. Add column by fetching URLs. So I'm giving unpaved world data, then copying this one. So now for each and every request up to this, up to v2 forward slash will be same. Then I will be using this one on my own, DOI. So I'm giving value because I'm actually working on the top of DOI column. Then again, I am creating a string literal plus then my email ID. In your case, it will be your email ID. Okay. So now you see what is happening. This part is constant within code. So for each and every, before each and every DOI, it is actually attaching this particular fixed REST API endpoint. Then after the value is here DOI. So that is a variable. So every variable is different. And then after the variable is ending, it is actually attaching with a question mark. You can see here with a question mark and then my email ID. So before throwing this 110 document in one go, my suggestion always is that you better check any one of it whether it is responding or not. So I'm selecting any one of this one and copy it, opening another browser and checking that whether it is coming or not. Just a test case. So now you see it is responding DOI and many other things. It's a complete garbage because it is in JSON format. So now I am safely throw this particular syntax to unpaved data. And this is the throttle delay, that means between two consecutive requests, what will be the delay in millisecond. So by default, it should be 1000 millisecond. As we are in a time constant environment, let us go for 500 millisecond. That means 0.5 second between two requests. So now it is going to throw each of these DOI to the unpaved and gathering data. In real time. So you see here how speedy it is. So for 110 number of records, it will take around 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. So if you are going for the 110 lakhs of records, then also the process is the same. Only more amount of time it is required. Rest of the things are completely same. So this process is called data fetching and data gathering. So 70%. And after the complete thing is that, as I discussed, that it is sending for each of these DOI value to the REST API based request to unpaved remote dataset, and unpaved is responding in terms of JSON data. And the moment it will be completed, you will be getting a new column from unpaved data with lots of JSON data. Then I already told you that this JSON data we can view from, say for example, I can go for any online JSON viewer, any viewer. Lots of such tools are available. Any one you use. I am using simply the first one. So online JSON viewer, then you just press your text and then click to the viewer. So it will give you an idea that what is the structure of this data, what are the elements available, DOI, DOI URL, ISOA, then OS status. So I need ISOA and OS status. So what I'll do, out of this huge data set, I need the OS status close or open, and if open, what is the color. So let us add column based on this column, because we are already having data like status, OS status. Then this is a JSON data, so value parse JSON, and open define has a beautiful manual also. So if you go through this, so don't think that it's only a software, it's a complete package. You can go for the documentation, beautiful manual is there, Grail function, how to extract data, different kind of expression, everything there. This is Grail, how to extract data and everything. So logic is very simple. I am parsing the JSON data, value parse JSON, then JSON is a function here. Then after it, I need to provide the element I want to extract, each way. So first one, it is false. Second one, it may be true or false. So it does not matter. So I'm just seeing it. So now OS status came. Then I can check out of these 110 papers published by KU faculty, how many of these are open and closed. So I can go by the facet, text facet. So you see here, it says that open access false is 81, open access true is 29. I am interested in this 29. So if I select, only this 29 rows will be there, and then I want to check what is the, if it is true, what is the color. So I can add another column, OA color, value dot parse JSON, and then OA underscore status. This is the element name. So it will tell me that it is true, status is gold. Now out of this 29 truly open access data, I want to again go for text faceting. So it can report me. I can also sort by count, that gold is the highest 21, followed by bronze 6, green 1, and hybrid 1. So now you imagine, for the last 10 years, you are collecting your data for your institution, and you are having a vivid picture that what is the open access friendliness of your own institution, or a group of institution, or a group of institution belonging to a single state or the entire country. So sky is the limit, and the methodology will be the same for 110 documents and 110 lakhs of documents. Same methodology, only more time it will be required, but the same Grail, same data fetching you can apply. Okay, so now quickly I'm coming to you after this brief introduction, because we lost around 10-15 minutes because of this network. So far there is no other disturbance of this demonstration. Everything was okay.
Yes, sir. Everything okay, sir.
So now what I want to show you, that I have prepared a manual for you for the data this today, that different case studies I have given. I now introduced with your OpenDefine. You can install OpenDefine in your Windows machine, and a simple case study we have done. Now a complex case study we are going to do, that if I am having a set of 5-10 documents, 40-50 documents, how on the top of it I can gather my own data set, uh, so that I can gather almost all the related literature almost instantly. So that is a slightly complex, but stepwise, if I demonstrate before you, then you will understand that how it is possible. Then after gathering of this data, we will throw that one another tool called VOS Viewer. Like OpenDefine, you can download VOS Viewer. Again, it's a free tool, visualization tool, VOS Viewer. Only this is actually not an installation process. You just need to download the jar file. This is the download VOS Viewer. Save it any of the folder and run that jar file. That's simple. There is nothing in installation. But post installation, it's really worth paying attention. So first we are going to do this one with a set of data, and then we will throw that data into VOS Viewer. And if time permits, I will show you that how LLM we can utilize inside this tool. Okay, so where is my data? Do I have data? Just a minute. Data set I'll be using. Okay, let us take any of this data set like this one. So yesterday we already discussed about Jotero, and suppose in this particular collection I am not having any kind of data. So I am just using a particular data set in the Jotero because I forget what I kept my data set. Jotero 7 as we actually experienced yesterday. Then I am creating a collection, new collection, let us say CIRM, and under this CIRM I want to use this data set, like a set of data, I don't know related to what, let me check. So this data set I will be utilizing here in Jotero. So you already know how to import from clipboard. So only 12 item I am here. So this is basically related this data set. Now I can remember this V1 of data set, only 12th item is there. This is related to one of our research project. Actually this research project ended that LGBT based library services, how our knowledge organization scheme can be improved to cover the spectrum of gender. Presently, it is limited to male and female only. So, how can we include LGBTQI based, gender population inside our knowledge organization scheme? So, I collected 12 core papers. Now, on the top of these 12 core papers, my purpose is to show you that how I can gather huge amount of data out of it. So what I will do, I will try to export this particular collection in CSV format, because steps, everything I have given here. So I'm just, let me save it, then I will come back to the manual again. So suppose CRM.csv. Then what this manual is saying, step by step, so that you can follow, that you having a collection in Jotero. I already have a collection in Jotero CRM. Export as CSV, open in Calc or MS Excel as the case may be, then save as CSV from there, so that there is no issue with the CSV file, and then create a project in OpenDefine. So my data is presently here. So this is crm.csv. Let me open with LibreOffice Calc. Now I am saving this data, save as CIRM2.csv. So this step is necessary. So in case of any additional comma or space inside my data set, this will be curated automatically. So now I am having CRM2.csv. Now this manual is saying when you are ready with your this CSV, create a project in OpenDefine, then determine the DOI value and fetch related data from OpenLX. So what I'll do, I'll go to my OpenDefine, then I'm coming back to create a project again. So this time I'm using CRM2.csv. So now you see the entire collection in my Zotero, 12 collection altogether, I exported inside my OpenLX, and let me check how many of these values are there. DOI value, facet by plan. So all 12 are having their DOI values. Now just imagine that these 12 values or 12 papers or 15 papers or 20 papers what you have collected after thorough reading, that these are the core paper, how we can utilize these papers to build a castle out of it. So what it is saying in the step by step, that now you can fetch data related to DOI from OpenLX. We already did it, so nothing is there. Let me explain this. What I am doing. So in this DOI value, you see here, I am throwing this DOI value to OpenLX to get the data. Say OLX data. Then it is saying to use this particular GRAIL. So this DOI value is in their raw format, no HTTPS DOI.org. So I am adding a prefix and then giving the DOI value. So the golden rule is that before throwing anything in a large scale, you please check at least one whether it is responding or not. So it is responding nicely. So now I can throw this to gather data from each of these 12 number of documents. So you already noticed that in case of OpenLX or OpenLX dataset, there is an element which is actually semantically identifying related works on the top of the DOI. But unfortunately, this data is given in their OpenLX ID. So any of these, if I go through, for example, let me copy this one set of data and let me show you how it works. So in the OpenLX, this I am refreshing. This time I am pasting this text so that you can get an idea how this data looks like. So you see here detailed data related to this DOI came, and one data element which is our target is basically the related works. Now for each and every document it will identify top 10 related works. So I have thrown 12 number of documents, and 12 into 10, 120 number of documents. And if I throw this 120 number of documents, I will be getting another 1200 number. So you are increasing your reference base or collection base 10 times. So this is basically top 10 related records, semantically mapped related record, which are sharing most of the common concept. My target is to extract this one and this available with their OpenLX ID. So then again I need to convert this OpenLX ID into their corresponding DOI, and that is also very simple. Steps are given. So now it is saying that after gathering data, you can apply this particular GRAIL to uh, identify or extract the related works. So I will be coming to my CSV. In the OpenLX data, I am adding a column, add column based on this column. So let us say this is related works against each of this one. And here I am utilizing, let us say, semicolon as a connector. So this what it will do, it will actually identify all the 10 related works and connect between the connecting symbol between the works will be semicolon, or you can use new line character also. Let us see this one, what happens. So now you see, for each of these DOI, I am getting clear cut 10 number of related works. Now it is saying that it will provide OpenLX ID for related works. Of course, these are all OpenLX ID of the related work. Now it is saying that you better create a separate project and fetch DOI for each of these document based on the OpenLX ID. So let me create a separate column for it. It's very easy. Export, custom tabular format, deselect everything, just select your related work columns. So this is our target, and download. Download, tab separated. Now you can save as say CRM 3.csv or CRM 3 related works. So give a name what you can remember. Okay, so hopefully CRM 3 came here, where it actually went. That I doubted actually, that what I saved it. So let me see where I have selected it. Export, custom tabulator, deselect all, then related works, download as TSV file. So I'm going into folder. So it is available here. Then paste. I'm giving name, say CIRM 3 related works. So this particular process has some kind of advantage to create a separate project. I can open another instance of OpenDefine, create this one. So now you see, it will create exactly 11 or 12 rows, and now 11 records, 11 rows. Then I can split this cell, because each cell I want a record. The separator, you know already, we connected through semicolon. So the moment I give it, so now you see there will be 110 rows, so 110 different kind of collection. Exactly one particular row I have missed in during the download. So 11 rows came. So 11 into 10, 110 number of related works came. Now before throwing or including this in Jotero, I want the DOI value of this paper. This is OpenLX ID. OpenLX ID, my Jotero can't understand. So here you see another grail I have given, that you apply this particular grail to collect data based on the OpenLX and extract the related DOI. So again, for 110 number of records, I am throwing this edit column, add column by fetching URL. Just it is required to get related DOI. It is required to get the data from this one. Again, the golden rule is that you check at least one before throwing, because 110 is a big number, whether it is responding or not. So it is responding. Now I am all set to do that. So what is happening here on the top of this OpenLX ID, it is trying to fetch the entire data of this 110 number of records with their DOI value, with many other elements, but DOI will also be there. Then we will extract DOI value and we will utilize it in our Zotero. That's simple. So steps are given. You just collect 10-20 number of related documents, and then you can do that very easily. So it is already given that how to extract DOI value after gathering that data. So let me copy this. Okay, so almost 74.5% actually, 74.5% already completed. Oh, it's good. Okay, so we are all set. Let me just utilize this or transform this particular column with our Grail. DOI.org. value.doi. So what it is saying, so related column actually came. So I want to extract, let me check what is the column name. It's not a big thing. Again, I want to check in. So the DOI value I want to extract is here. So the DOI is not there for the first case. Okay. So only OpenLX ID is there. Maybe it will be available in the next one. So it may happen that for some of the document this DOI value is not there. So what it is saying, DOI dot split. So it is actually taking the DOI and splitting this HTTP. So I'm taking up to DOI value. So I'm extracting value parse JSON.doi. Let's see what happens. For some it may not be there, but for some it is there, for some it is not there. So let me select how many of these are having DOI value, facet by blank. 45 number of document not having, 65 numbers of document having DOI. Then I want to split this DOI.org. I want raw DOI number. So now again I am transforming. So value dot split. What I want to split? https://doi.org. Then the first array I need. So now you see that I want to extract https doi.org / to get the raw DOI number. So raw DOI number I am getting. Then what I will do, I will go by the custom tabulator. I need only real DOI, so I am unchecking this one. I don't need any output column, and I want a plain TSV file. So download again. Oh, I am using Chrome. Chrome has lot many issues actually with CSV file. So download tab. Okay, let's okay. So now you see this column. I will copy. This column I am copying, and I am coming to my Zotero and pasting it. So this is add item by identifier. Paste and press search. So now all of this, this is my core collection with 12 number of document. I have added another 65. So all of these 65 number of documents will be added one after another by this process. So now I will go with this 65 5 plus already 12 was there, 7 number of documents, and I will collect another 710 number, 70 number of collection, and I will come here and will add in my Jotero nicely. So within no time, you can 2 or 3 times you repeat this process. You start with 12, ending with 12 plus 65, then go 77, go with that 77, come with another 70, 700 number of references. And in this way, you can expand your collection within 10-15 minutes. The process will be automatic. And exactly every steps I have given here, and this last step you don't have to follow. You just from CSV or TSV also you can copy and paste like I have demonstrated. Then how I can utilize my VOS viewer? So let me show you that in this process, by following this process of this LGBTQI PhD work, we collected around 8,000 plus resources. Now, all 8,000 you cannot, include in your literature review, but you can get an idea what are the different kind of facets by utilizing your VOS viewer. So VOS viewer, I have already shown you that VOS viewer, you can download the jar file, and we are actually utilizing VOS viewer here. And this is a very simple command to start VOS viewer. In Windows, you just double click the jar file, it will be starting, and this point onwards, everything will be the same. Now just imagine after 3-4 round of this kind of repetition, OpenAlex Jotaro integration, I have collected almost 8K number of records. Now this 8K number of records, how we can utilize for our research purpose. So in the VOS viewer, I can create a map based on textual data, then create from reference manager, because in Jotaro, the moment you are collecting all of this, so you can export a collection in RIS format. So something like that, RIS format. So you select RIS format because VOS viewers takes only RIS format, and this is already started working. So I am selecting this reference manager. I actually exported data from Jotaro in RIS format. Now it is asking me where is your RIS file. So my RIS file is available under home. Then I don't know where to go. There must be something called memory, maybe under root. Okay, so under root it is available as a media. Then under media, this is my pen drive. Then this is now you see we trying to use this RIS file, automatically it identified. Now okay. Next, it will be asking that whether it will be dealing with title or title and abstract together. It is always better to go by the title and abstract together. Then it is extracting my 8K number of documents having title and abstract. Then it is asking binary counting or full counting. Better is a full counting, although it will take little bit of time. Then it is saying that what is the threshold value of your term extraction. That means here by default it is giving 10. So term or phrases which appear at least 10 times, and 1200 plus almost 1300 term qualify that. I don't want that kind of big landscape. I want to set it for a large scale data set. It is always better to set threshold value 25. That means to include a particular term or phrase inside your tag cloud or the visualization, it must appear at least 25 times in the text corpus. So that means statistically significant keyword or phrases. Now let's next and finish. So now on the top of this 8,000 record, it will clearly identify different kind of terms alongside their, this one. So you can uncheck some of the terms you don't need, like this one. HIV is important here as it is LGBTQI related. So let me finish it. So the moment I finish it, you see here, it gives me an entire, important term tag cloud, and it automatically clustered the entire landscape into different colors. So green zone deals with different kind of issues related to the LGBTQI population. Then, as I said, that this particular document set is related with the library services for LGBTQI. So a lot of library related concept like algorithm, organization, services will be there. So this violet zone is mainly for the users who are the users of academic library. They are facing different kind of sexual identity crisis and so on. So in this way, I can automatically know that there are five, main zone in my literature, and in each zone which is the topmost word and how a particular topmost concept is connected with other zones and so on. I can also go by the overlay visualization. That means it will say what are the old concept in your text corpus and what are the upcoming and new concept in your text corpus. It has the ability to represent the entire landscape uh, from old concept to the newer concept. So you can automatically identify these transgender issues in library science, sexual identity, then coverage of knowledge organization schemes are basically the ongoing research focus, and these are the old concept available. So on the basis of color you can identify. You can also identify the gaps and overlaps in your research domain. So lot many research has done on this concept, but there is a gap between the interface of this. So by carefully studying your own graph, because every researcher understand their own domain, so you can readily identify that how you are going to focus in your literature review papers. And that's all from this particular case study. But if you are going to allow me for another 5 minutes, then I can cover the next case study, that use of LLM in OpenDefine. Should we stop here or should we continue? Tell me.
Sir, please continue.
Sir, please continue.
Okay. So now you see that this we can do, and very nicely it can represent a different kind of concept and everything. It will be helpful for our literature writing and literature review, not for only thesis, but also for different kind of research paper to get an idea of what is going on in my discipline. And in Jotaro you see now my collection from 12, it increased actually 75 number of items. So next time I can go to OpenLX again with this 75 number of item and gather 75 into 10, that means another 750, and we can again bring that 750 inside my Zotero. All 750 may not be coming, all of the old item may not be having DOI values. DOI value is required here. But at least out of 750, you are going to get 500 plus. So in this way, you need more and more records. You repeat the process more and more. You will be getting more and more data to throw to VOS viewer. VOS viewer always works better with around 10,000 number of records. So you will be getting a complete picture of your research domain, any domain. Okay. So now the next case study, if we come to see that OpenDefine, now AI enabled. That means, as I said right from the beginning, that uncontrolled use of large language model can kill you almost academically. So always try to have a controlled environment when you are utilizing your large language model. So here what I am doing in a case study, that when you install your OpenDefine, then there is a recently developed AI plugin developed by an Indian Sunil Nataraj. So I am also associated with this particular, small project, side project of OpenDefiant. Oh, and we developed an extension based on it. The latest version is 0.1.2 that you can download, and you can download from here. You just click the open link. Last time I shown you a lot of out of the box Jotero plugin. Today this is the out of the box OpenDefine plugin. You just need to download this particular release, and then you need to place your downloaded folder under your OpenDefine folder. In my case, it is under extension. So you find after installation where is the extension folder. If extensions folder is not available, you create one extensions folder under OpenDefine and place it there. Then you can check the install plugin that it will show after this plugin is there. In my case, I can show you. So you see, this is, it will show that how can you manage your LLM provider, and you come to any number of column, it can tell you that extract using AI. So these two must be available after the successful installation of the plugin, and this is very easy to install. Then you need to first provide the LLM provider. And as yesterday we discussed about Gork and different other LLM provider, I have given that what this plugin can do for you: summarization, translation, style conversion, format standardization, error rectification, and many more it can do for you. And how can you add an LLM provider? For example, you need to go to this console.gork.com. Then you can log on by using your Google ID. After login by using your Google ID, you will be able to create an API key. And very carefully, you just copy your API key and utilize the way I have discussed here. So here in my case, you see, I have given that when you are entering an LLM provider, you need to give a level. Say for example, simple God. This is the server URL, that is REST endpoint. Then model what you are using, the open access model we are using, Llama 3.3. Then your API key you need to put here. Temperature should always be 0. I don't want any creativity. Top be higher side, 0 to 1 it varies. I kept 0.9. Seed means number of documents it will consider for each of the requests. So if I set a constant value, then the answer will be more or less similar. It will not vary with each other. So that is a very important thing. Number of seat, because you see that open large language model, you ask the same question repeatedly, the answer will be different in different times. To avoid that kind of differences in answer, we fixed a seat value. That means you always discussed with this kind of number of documents, top number of documents, 32. Max token I set 6,000, depending, suppose you are sending a long text like this, and wait time between two consecutive requests is 5,000 milliseconds. So let me show you how can you add a particular URL. So if we go to this manage LLM provider, I already added Grok Llama 3.3. In your case, you will be getting this kind of this LLM provider. Give a label, then the way I given server URL. Beforehand, you collect your API key that you need to paste here. Then these are the values. And let me show you that one of the filled in data I can always edit. So this is my filled in got value, and different services you can use: Gina, Cerebras, Open Router, got. So temperature I set very close to 0, and this is my API key and everything. The moment I save it and click test, so it should show me the capital of France is Paris. So always it will say, if it is coming in this way, that means your installation of the plugin and working is successful. So now you see what is the use case. Let me again go to this particular data set. Do we have a data value like to say author? Where is my KU data? What we downloaded? So suppose we downloaded this KU 2025 data set. We already checked open access status. Let me check the male female ratio. How I can do that? I am in search of a field which includes the name of the authors. When you find it, please tell me that what is the column name. It's a big data set actually, huge number of. I want that column with the author name. Abstract. Okay. So this is the author position and author institution, and these are the author name column. So let us consider this, what LLM can do for us. And suppose this particular paper is written by a different author, coming from science, and first name and last name always given. So on the top of the first name, I want to give my LLM a task that you identify this gender of this particular author by studying the first name of the author, and report me the gender as well as this paper written by how many male author, how many female author. So as my GORC is in position, so I can now extract using AI. Then add column, say add new, gender. Then which provider, say I am selecting Llama 3. Then respond format, I want plain text. Then I need to write a prompt engineering here. Prompt engineering, you are always getting that art of questioning. Last day also we discussed. And here, let me show you, possibly I am having some of the prompt. Okay, so this prompt is slightly different. What I want to do is this one. Just to save time, I already demonstrated this to some people at IIM. So possibly I am having a prompt created there, or in the in your folder also I must have given this. So in your folder I have given a prompt, hopefully. Okay, so otherwise I will provide you. No. Okay, I will edit and include a prompt here. Just an example, as an example. Let me use my previous prompt. So some of the prompt I have given in example. So this section I am going to include in your document also. So here in a similar situation, I have given this particular prompt. So just to save time, I am copying this particular prompt, and you read it here, what I am trying to give here. So I am extracting my LLM Llama 3 that read the author's name separated by this one. Just let me organize this one. Separated by pipe sign. You all know this. These names are separated by pipe sign. Identify the first name. Ignore the name data if first name is abbreviated like SPAL. Then how can you understand the gender? Just say not possible. Determine gender on the author based on the first name. If identified, uh, give me first who is male and who is female, and uh, add a hyphen, double hyphen sign after all first name and their genders. Then at the end, report me how many are male authors and how many are female authors, like female X, male Y, and separate these two elements by a hash sign. So to do any kind of additional text, remember that the authors are mainly from India. So this is a long prompt, I want to clear every possible confusion so that my LLM understand what is the prompt. So the moment I check that generate preview, so it will take one particular column, Sayan Pal. So it is identified Sayan as male, Abir as male, Soumita female, Nilaksi female, Tuhin male, Keka female, and so on. And at the end of the record, it identified out of these 8 authors, 3 are female and 5 are male. So you see, it's something like AGI, artificial general intelligence. It can read, and if you give the proper instruction, it can identify male, female, and can calculate. And similar way, you give a particular text, it can identify sentiment. You give a particular abstract and tell that you give me a TLDR, too long did not read kind of thing. It can automatically do that. So all of this kind of possibilities I have listed here, that what you can do with this kind of LLM integration with OpenAI, OpenDefine, summarization, translation, and so on. Now I can let me check that if I say that after this translate the first name into Bengali and add within parenthesis after the name in English, after the name in not English, it is actually Roman script. Let me see what is the this thing. So what additional thing I have given? Translate the names, first names, not name, first names into Bengali language and add within parenthesis after the name in Roman script, after the first name in Roman script as given before, as given beforehand. Let's see what it does. Now you see, so it's almost a magic tool. If you know how to add and what exactly you want to have from it, and you need to be very clear in your prompt that what you want to need. Sometimes it may happen that by seeing preview, you are adjusting a few things in the prompt. That may always happen, but you see here automatically it identified this one. So many of you are present here may not understand Bengali, so I am writing that write the first name into Hindi language, translate and check it. So now it is in Devanagari script. It's a very powerful tool if you utilize in a controlled environment, and many such exciting things we can do. We are presently occupied with different experimentation, that whether an LLM can pass a NET examination or some competitive examination. What is the comparative study between a raw LLM and a RAG based fine tuning? So a lot of things we are doing presently with the help of our scholar, departmental scholar, and definitely whatever we are learning, again we will be sharing in the next year. So thank you very much. If you have any question, please ask me. And I'm extremely sorry for this network interruption today.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, you just write down the prompt
Hmm.
in general English. Okay.
Hmm.
So is it any rule behind this, or it's just a normal text? That's what I want to say. Uh, I can write in English as a
Yeah,
prompt.
the way you and I communicate to express our mind, now you communicated what you want to know. So same way you just see or think that you are talking to a friend, that and you are